So I made a visit to the Arbaer Open Air Museum and saw a lot of great things. Um, I'm starting off actually with the highlight of the day. The highlight of the day was this uh, was a car garage, and inside there were all kinds of tools from the turn of the century. You can see there was a Model A Ford in there. There's different types of tools on the walls. Looks like there was a corner there for with loads of paint and some sprayers to be able to paint the cars. The wheels taken off of the Model A there. The engine is out and to the side, and then right here you can see all the tools on the wall and the smell. You could just smell the grease on the tools. Um, Snap-on tools weren't around back then, I don't think, but this was really cool, and it was like this the way it was set up was like everybody was on break. You could walk in, it was like a working garage. Had some tools like an anvil, a scooter that was there. They did upholstery work too. There's a sewing machine. This is a shot of the outside of the shop. Um, some little advertising for Buick, Cadillac, and such. And there was so now this was the smithery. This is part of the original farm that was here at Arbaer, and there's the church there. There's another shot of the church. Um, this was a house called Halbaer, I believe. Yes, so we're gonna get a chance to walk inside here, and these other houses were moved to this uh, property or to this farm. So as you walk inside, you can see this is this is where like a pantry right there, kitchen slash pantry. This is a very small house where um, uh, this would have been two or three people, two adults and a few kids living in here. You can see the kids' room right here. You can see the kids' books on the kids' table, and there was a book called Stina Flug Freya. So some toys. Now that would be Stina, the stewardess. Uh, Now in this room would be the master bedroom and the baby bed there. You can also see like a little sewing nook there in the corner, some old newspapers, and so there's the kitchen again. Looking around for the stairs, and there just happen to be no stairs. This is just it. So this is so this next house here, this is a print house. So you have a mud room, standard. Um, Upstairs is closed off, so you can't go up there. So go into the next room, and you can start seeing the equipment for printing presses. And in here, same equipment, because this is a print shop and a house. So on the first floor, you have the print shop, and we'll see more here in just a second. Some more tools. And first press, that's a small press there. Then we have the larger presses in here. Then there's a few different types, and there's a work table there, and yeah. So I'm not exactly how the process works. So you have a few different tables. Here's some examples of some finished product. 1934. That was the year before my mother was born. Yep. Yep, doing math, are you? She's 87. There's some balls of ink on the wall up there. And then there's a picture of what the printing press looks like. And then the next room, you have I guess this is, so that right there, you can see all the letters are on the table there. There's a little typewriter. Printing was tedious work back then, lining up all the letters to make words on the plaques. And then, you got to take your ink roller and roll ink over it and then press it over. Oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. You can see one of the rollers right there. And as we move along here, we see more. We're going out. Next house. This was a fisherman's house. So you can see there's some hard fisker there or dried fish. You can see all the tools. And as soon as I walked in here, I could smell the sea. It's amazing. Just takes you, it puts you right back in that time. So you see all the nets and the equipment that a fisherman would use. And they have some examples again of the dried fish and the buckets there on the floor. And as we walk into the house, you can see this is the kitchen. So you have the little work table over there in the kitchen, and you have the stove where all the cooking would go on. You see Danish flags because at before 1944, Iceland still was under Danish rule, and that's why you see the Danish flags in the house. Now upstairs, we weren't supposed to go upstairs, but I kind of just stuck the camera up there for a second, just so you could see what was going on in the rest of the up there. But those are basically bedrooms up there. So the way those houses were set up, you would have some of the houses, the bedroom would be on the second floor, and then on the first floor, in this one you have a bedroom on the first floor, but you also have bedrooms upstairs as well. And I'm not sure who that guy is. He looks like Sigurður. I want to say Jonsson. This is one of the kings of Denmark with all the flags, the Danish flags, shrouding his photo. Yes, His Royal Majesty. Yep. So, and then as we walk back out, now you can pause there to read that if you like. A little history about the house. It was called Nylanda, and I believe that means colony, and it was built in 1883, and it says that it was a laborer and his wife and his child that lived in that house. Here we see, this is basically just a courtyard shot in the middle of this open air museum. You see an old school telephone booth there. There's a store. It's pretty cool stuff. So what we're looking at here in this house kind of doubled as a sporting complex and like a theater. You can see these life-size like doll houses. It seems like these are life-sized, these boxes that open up, and it just gives you what things look like inside people's houses. Like you saw like somebody's room. This is a big glass case with a lot of old toys in it. These were the kids would do plays in these boxes here. And here you were watching a video of just this inside this room that had all these different boxes in it. One was a kitchen scene, one was like a bedroom scene. This was like a little store, Lutla booth. This was like a teenager's room, this one, and then there was like a little girl's room, a little boy's room. Yeah, really cool. In this room, there was some artifacts from when they were excavating and on the. So yeah, they were doing some excavations on this property and found loads of neat stuff. Now, as I said before, this house doubled as a few different things. It was a sporting complex, so it was a sports house. It was a church. It was like the local community theater, and so yeah, it was all those things. This thanks for watching, everybody. This has been. So I'm going to leave you with this shot here, and it's basically a statue of a woman making either she's churning butter, looks like she's churning butter. Again, thanks for listening. Check out the podcast. It's called Iceland's Best. Check out my Instagram. It's also called Iceland's Best. And make sure you subscribe and hit the like button and hit the notification button so you can be informed every time new content is uploaded. And yeah, and rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. Would really appreciate your support. Thanks again for listening. I hope you found some value here. And I'm just going to say good night and stay tuned for the next installment of Museum Visits. Thank you.